Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Brandy, and this is a video. I feel like I've been meaning to make it for a while, but I just keep putting it aside or I keep forgetting about it, even though it's something I talk about on my stream and on, my social media stuff all the time. But it's something that shouldn't need to be said, but it has to be said because clearly people aren't getting the idea. There should be boundaries between streamers and their viewers. I didn't realize this need to be talked upon, but I'm seeing it more and more frequently where viewers are overstepping their boundaries. When you view somebody on Twitch, that streamer, it doesn't matter if you're in their stream every single day. It doesn't matter if you've watched their stream for years. If you've never physically met that person in person, or you've never actually had a conversation one-on-one with that person, or off stream with that person, you don't know that person. You can know a lot about them, but you aren't like their quote-unquote friend, okay? Now, I know that's kind of like hard to hear because as a streamer and a viewer, I consider my community my friends, a lot of them. But there is a fine line between who is a friend and who is just a viewer. Let me get to that. So a friend, okay. A friend is somebody that you either know in real life or something, or you talk to them outside of stream, or you actually have conversations with them one-on-one. Those are the people I consider friends. You don't necessarily have to meet them in person, but you have a connection with that person that's beyond them being a viewer in your stream. Then you have viewers who might feel connected to you, but they don't necessarily know you as a person. And there is a boundary between those people that are viewers and those people that are friends. And a lot of those people that are just viewers are really crossing boundaries. What I mean by that, I have a couple of examples. First one, if you do not you don't know the streamer personally, they don't owe you jack shit. Okay? Let me start with that. They don't owe you jack shit. Alright? No streamer, I don't care how many times you show up in chat, I don't care how many times you sub, you drop subs, you drop bits, you drop money, you whatever. That streamer does not owe you anything in return because all of those things that you are choosing to do should be out of either the kindness of your own heart or because you want to help the person or you want to support them or whatever. It's not a one-to-one where if I do this, then the streamer owes me this. It doesn't work that way. That is a boundary that I am seeing people too often cross where they think, oh, if I gift 10 subs in this person's chat, then the next time that I ask for them to play with me, then they have to play with me. No, that's bullshit. Doesn't work that way. That streamer does not owe you anything. If you want to be generous and support them, you should be doing that without some sort of other ultimatum or some sort of other agenda that you want to get across as a result. Okay? If you obviously sub and drop bits and things like that, the streamer is going to notice you more often. I'm going to be honest. You're going to be higher up on their list of people that stick out to them because they remember your name. That still does not mean that you are owed anything, though. That doesn't put you any higher up on a list of, things that the streamer needs to give you or do for you. Okay? Aside from that, next example I wanted to give is, again, if you are not friends with a streamer, they don't have to be your friend, okay? They don't have any obligation to be your friend. They don't have any obligation to play with you, talk to you, or hang out with you outside of stream. They don't have to do those things. When I stream, that is my work time, okay? So I will hang out with friends during that time, but then I also talk to the community. When I'm off stream and I'm doing other things or I'm hanging out or chilling, I do not get pissed at a streamer because they're not making time for you off stream to hang out with you or whatever. I had a person one time who's actually a fellow streamer who asked me to join one of their streams for something. And I said that I was busy. At the time, I don't even remember what I was doing, but I had other plans, so I said I couldn't. And that person got mad at me for not making the time, spur of the moment, at like 1 o'clock at night on a Saturday to go play games with them in their stream. And they got pissed at me about it. Like, I don't, even as another streamer, I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. Regardless of you supporting me or this, that, or the other thing, nobody owes anybody anything. And that boundary is once again being crossed. Do not push that line, okay? The streamer does not owe you shit. And another thing, again, streamers are regular fucking people, okay? They're regular people. So you need to treat them as such, you know? You can see them as like a celebrity in some regards if they have a higher following. Like, I look at Pokemon as a celebrity, but they're not as far away from society as you think sometimes. Some people put these people on a pedestal and idolize them, and that's fucking creepy. Don't become like weird. I've seen this in the news and weird shit happening too. Don't be like obsessed with anybody. Don't be like, you know, really hyperactive over the fact that like you're in this person's stream all the time, or you need to hang out with them, or you need to be doing this or doing that with that person. Okay, again, streamer doesn't owe you anything, but also at the same time, being that weirdly obsessed with a person or their content or whatever is super creepy and super predator-like. And that's going to make that streamer not want you in their chat at all. You know? You might not think you're doing anything wrong, but that streamer's going to get uncomfortable, whether they are male or a female. I've seen it in both regards. They're going to get uncomfortable because you are being too hovering, if that makes sense. Not to mention, if you hover while they're streaming, that's one thing. But if you then go and message people on Discord and then message them on Twitter and Instagram, and even I saw some girl on Twitter said that her DMs were blocked and people were finding her Steam account and her other accounts to message her there, even when she said that she's not accepting DMs. Like, don't be that person. Don't be that viewer, because you're creepy as hell, and now you're making that streamer super uncomfortable, especially as a female in this industry. Don't do that. Okay? That's crossing a huge boundary line of overstepping, you know, not even just being friends or viewers, but you're being a predator at that point because you're being overly creepy and overly attached. Don't ever attach to anybody like that. Even if you know a person, that's not healthy to do. If it's not like your partner or like your family, that's weird. Don't do it. Don't do it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about too, in terms of like streamer boundaries, is that no streamer has to play games with you. Okay? And this is an issue I've been having in my stream a lot recently, and I'm not calling anybody out. I've also seen it in a lot of other streams recently because people have agreed with me. I've made posts about it on Twitter. No streamer has to play games with other people. No streamer has to do community days or community nights or whatever. As a streamer, you're making whatever content you want to make on your channel, whether it's single player, multiplayer, or you're not even playing a game and you do something else. And at no point are you ever required to play with other people. And I know a lot of people that have social anxiety or just don't like playing with other people or just whatever. And it literally makes them anxious or uncomfortable when people ask repeatedly to play, or when people just hop into Discord or hop into a game unannounced. Don't do these things, okay? If a streamer is making it very apparent that it is not a community day, don't overstep that boundary and repeatedly ask to play with them. Because that's, again, borderline on that creepy side of, you need to stop. You're hovering and you're making me uncomfortable. I purposely put aside certain days every week for community day. So if anyone wants to play and wants to join, that's your cue to come through. And I make those days so that we can bring the community together. But there's a lot of days where I want to stream and play what I want to do, and I just want to hang out with either my friends or I want to chill and just play alone. And as a viewer, you can't get mad at a streamer for wanting to do that. Again, they don't owe you anything. Okay? They don't owe you anything. Nor do they have to play with anybody. Nor do they even have to plan a community day like I do. I know a ton of streamers that only do single player games and don't ever play any games with their community. They only do single player stuff, and they might do a community thing every couple of months as like a collab thing. And that's fine. But as a viewer, you need to understand some of these boundaries between streamers and viewers. Or streamers and streamers. Or viewers and viewers. It goes the same for all individuals. I didn't want to have to make a video like this, but I've been seeing it too much on my channel, on my friends' channels, and just going on Twitter. A lot of other people are dealing with the same stuff, where viewers are overstepping a lot of boundaries that should just be simple and shouldn't have to be these overstated things. So I just wanted to touch on it here. I know this video is a little bit more serious than what I've been making, but I'll see you guys in the next video though, and hopefully it'll be a little bit cheerier than this. But just kind of my last takeaway, reflect on yourself a little bit. Have you been a little too clingy to anybody? Have you been a little too pushy? Do you feel like you've overstepped any boundaries that somebody might have set? Just kind of do a little self-reflection. I've had to do this myself sometimes when I feel like I over-message people about collabing, or I might message people on multiple platforms at the same time and realize, that seems weird, or that comes across odd. I shouldn't do that. So self-reflect a little bit. Sometimes people do some of these things and cross boundaries without even realizing it. So it's not always necessarily people that are doing it maliciously. So just kind of do a little bit of looking on what you do and what you can improve. That's really all I got for you guys today. So until the next time, peace out, Farrens, my dudes. I love you guys. Bye.